Like and subscribe right now or you're going to have bad luck for the rest of the week. On an everyday basis, we're used to seeing normal things in life, normal things in cities, and normal things in nature. But we don't usually see crazier things that do happen all the time in nature. There's many bizarre creatures that will blow your mind, and an endless amount of places ripe for deep exploration. But with modern technology, every year many people now record weird creatures and even weirder things happening in the world. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. 10 craziest things ever caught. Number 10. The Tawi crocodile. On September 9, 2017, a 5.2 meters or 16 feet 11 inches saltwater crocodile was captured by fishermen on an island territory in the Philippines. According to nearby witness statements, a neighboring fisherman first saw the crocodile a couple days before it was captured. At first, people thought the crocodile was just a log, but when the fishermen sensed movement from the log, they immediately told the authorities and they quickly took measures to catch the huge creature. As expected, the crocodile was furious, requiring a massive collective effort from the fishermen and government authorities to get the animal. Some fishing nets were damaged and one boat was destroyed in the process. As Philippine law restricts the killing of crocodiles, no one even considered trying to do so. Currently, the Tawi crocodile is alive and kept under government surveillance. Number 9. Yellow anaconda. During a regular work shift for day laborers, as they were removing a controlled blast in the Altamira caves of Brazil, they were stunned to come across a 13.4 meters or 44-foot yellow anaconda lying in the rubble. It was around 400 kilograms or 882 pounds heavy, and 40.6 centimeters or 16 inches in circumference. The only thing the laborers could think to do was restrict the snake to a crane in the debris. In that manner, they were able to avoid the snake attacking them. Yellow anacondas are local in South American regions. They're often thought to be the largest snake on Earth, but they're actually smaller than their cousin, the green anaconda. And despite yellow anacondas being non-venomous, they're rather destructive snakes. Being constrictors, yellow anacondas tend to encircle and squeeze their prey until their targets die from a lack of oxygen. They also track down prey around water to then suffocate and choke them. They're not picky snakes, generally eating whatever they can find, be it land or water creatures. Number 8. Elusive glass octopus. In August, analysts from the Schmidt Ocean Institute, or SOI, delivered a film showing an elusive glass octopus off the bank of the far-off Phoenix Island. The Phoenix Island is an archipelago found over 3,200 miles, or 5,100 kilometers on the Upper East side of Sydney, Australia. The cephalopod was initially found during a 34-day undertaking of the Central Pacific Ocean with the SOI's exploration vessel Falkor. Using ROV Sebastian, the researchers were able to detect the animal. Sebastian spent 182 hours examining the ocean floor during this research. The elusive glass octopus is certainly a crazy-looking animal, being transparent and having optic nerve and cylindrical eyes. Number 7. Mekong giant catfish. Most likely, you've seen regular catfish in your waterways or bodies of water. However, what if a catfish with the title, "The Biggest Freshwater Catfish," was caught? So was the situation for this catfish in 2009, trapped in Chiang Khong, Thailand. The incredible 290 kilograms or 640 pounds, 2.7 meters or 9-foot-long catfish was rescued, and its eggs then used by fisheries before the catfish was released back into the open water. However, sadly, the catfish passed away, so it was later offered to individuals. Local to China and the Mekong Basin in Southeast Asia, these types of catfish have very few numbers. However, they can grow rapidly, becoming as heavy as nearly 200 kilograms or 440 pounds within only 6 years. Before this 2005 record, a female catfish of 293 kilograms or 646 pounds, 2.7 meters or 8 feet 10 inches had been found. Number 6. Congo giant snake. Belgian pilot Colonel Remy van Lierde is noted for participating as an Air Force pilot during World War II. He was in charge of the airbase in Kamina and Congo in 1959. As he was returning via helicopter from a mission, he spotted a Goliath Congo snake coming out of an opening in the earth. His statement was stunning, he claiming the snake was near 15 meters or 50 feet long, making it the biggest snake at that point that had ever been discovered. He decided to try to get a closer look at the beast, having the other person on board take some photos of the snake. As they maneuvered the helicopter in closer, the snake rose up 3 meters or 10 feet to try to assault the machine. A few specialists have seen the image and expressed that the snake and the data gathered were valid, and that it potentially may have been an anaconda. Number 5. Giant phantom jellyfish. In November, MBARI delivered an uncommon video that showed what appeared to be a monster phantom jellyfish. Researchers working in ROV at 3,200 feet or 975 meters in Monterey Bay, California, detected the huge creature. It had a 3.3 foot or 1 meter wide chime and 33 feet or 10 meters long strip-like arms. Very little is known about this beastly jellyfish, but researchers think it uses its arms, which stream after it like scarves, to catch its targets and bring the targets to its mouth to eat. Additionally, the phantom jellyfish moves through the completely dark water with timely heartbeats from its faintly shining bell. First sighted in 1989, researchers have since caught sight of it around 100 times, as stated by the MBARI. In spite of this jellyfish being difficult to find, they actually live in each of the oceans, aside from the Arctic Ocean. Number 4. Giant swordfish. Even though big game fishing might have been a great experience, it would have been even more of a challenge in the 1950s when there were no sonar fish locators, cutting-edge reels, or GPS direction frameworks. It was certainly a whole different time. Also, this was a time before catch and release was a thing, when fishers went forth to find extraordinary catches for the sake of the sport. On May 7, 1953, Maron handled a 536 kilogram or 1,182 pound broadbill swordfish following a 2-hour fight off Iquique, Chile. In the many years that followed, regardless of innovations made that have been intended to shift major game fishing as an advantage for fishers, no one's caught a greater swordfish yet under IGFA rules. The swordfish Maron caught was estimated to be over 4.3 meters or 14 feet. On June 11, 1953, he received the approval of his record by IGFA founding member Francesca Lamont. Number 3. Mexican giant shark. Two anglers in Mexico's Sea of Cortez off Baja California were in for a serious shock when they yanked their nets up that they dropped the previous night. Naturally, they only expected to find their net loaded with fish. But shockingly, the men saw that a tiburon bronco enorme, or the incredible white shark, had gotten trapped on their small net. Milenio News, which detailed the catch in Spanish, said the anglers noticed a surprising weight on their net prior to pulling the net up enough to discover what was going on. Sadly, the shark was dead, so they hauled it shoreward. Baltazar said he had never seen a creature so enormous in his life. Grind TV stated that the shark had been 907 kilograms or 2,000 pounds and 6 meters or 20 feet long. If that's true, it may have been one of the biggest white sharks at any point recorded. Number 2. Gomek. Gomek was a gigantic saltwater crocodile, captured by George Craig in Papua New Guinea. In 1985, he was purchased by Terry and Arthur Jones and was kept in Ocala, Florida for 5 years. After, he was auctioned off to the St. Augustine Alligator Farm Zoological Park in Florida. For quite some time, Gomek surprised and delighted people who came to see him because of his astonishing nutria-throwing capacities and his mind-boggling patience with people. Those who used to take care of Gomek could go into his enclosure and approach him to within 1 meter. He would never attack them. And despite feeders utilizing long poles to deliver food by, Gomek was considered by everyone to be a tame crocodile. Everyone adored him at the Alligator Ranch, locally and nationally. Tragically, Gomek passed away from a respiratory failure in 1997. At that time, he was 5.4 meters or 17 feet 9 inches long. Number 1. Arapaima. Near to the Amazon River, the arapaima lurks, one of the greatest and most fearsome freshwater fish. The arapaima is huge, but it looks sleek and smooth. As they're limited air breathers, they can only remain submerged for 10 to 20 minutes. But prior to swimming to the surface for air, they use their adjusted swim bladder, which opens into the fish's mouth and works as a lung to assist them. Mostly, arapaimas will roam close to the water's surface. That's where this story comes in. A mysterious event was happening regarding a water beast, seemingly making people disappear. When the story was conveyed to Jeremy Wade, the host of the TV program River Monsters, he had to go check out what was going on. Jeremy suspected an arapaima as the culprit and traveled to the Guyana waterway to track it down. After Jeremy caught the arapaima, he stated that it was one of the most epic catches in his long South American fishing experience. With the secret uncovered, Jeremy released the arapaima back into the river. That is all for today's video. Thank you all for watching. While you're here, go ahead and click on one of these 2 videos on your screen. See you there!